Yes, random people from all over the world are becoming millionaires by placing small little bets on random meme coins. And in the last video, I explained exactly how meme coins, AI coins, and the entire crypto space is pretty much dependent on the performance of Bitcoin. So what does this pullback here, this little dip, or maybe even a giant dip, Bitcoin going down in value all the way down to $60,600 over the past couple of days. What does this mean for the entire crypto space? Many altcoins followed and crashed too, right? We saw a lot of red candles in the altcoin space. What does this mean? Is the whole bull run over now? Does this mean that our entire altcoin investments are going to zero, or at least are losing 90% in value? We'll discuss this later in this video. But before, let's discuss what actually happened to Bitcoin. Why did we see this major decline here? How low can it actually go down from here before we go all the way up? Before we discuss this and actually go into the charts, we have to understand that if we're profiting majorly from capital flowing into the market through the Bitcoin ETF, through BlackRock, bringing millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars every single day into the market, buying up all these Bitcoins, right? That if we have a couple of slow days and we see red numbers, right? We saw outflows here the last 3 days, okay? We saw massive outflows actually the past couple of days. Then these are bad news for the crypto market. People see that, right? And they're getting bearish. And I find it very funny to see how these rules always apply to the market, right? People in an upward trend, they see all of these numbers here. They see the green numbers. They see green candles. They're like, oh, let's get our entire capital and push it into Bitcoin. Let's go long. Let's go long. Let's over leverage ourselves, right? And then as soon as we have some negative numbers, as soon as we see a little bit of the momentum breaking, people are becoming super bearish and they want to pull out again, right? And that's why they're selling and shorting. I've been saying this in the past couple of videos, and I've always been saying this on my Instagram, that it is never a straight line all the way up, right? If we're going here a little bit into detail, we can perfectly see how there are always dips involved on the way up. Right? It's just normal market behavior. We need these pullbacks. It's always there, right? Before we go all the way up. And it will always be like this. You can see this. It's the most normal market behavior, right? And then people are overreacting right now. And it's just the most normal thing. People are overreacting. They're like, oh, let's sell again, right? Then suddenly the momentum turns around. We see green candles and people are like, oh, let's sell our house. Let's sell our car because right now is the chance of our life. Then suddenly we see red candle again. Then they're like, oh no, we're losing money right now. Let's sell our position, right? And this is such stupid monkey behavior, right? But that's how most people are, and that's how the market always reacts, right? The most important thing is just that we are not taking part in this behavior. But let's keep this in perspective. This is a super small pullback. Bitcoin has been through way harder times and survived, right? We had more than 30% pullbacks in the past. This pullback here is comparably small, and that's nothing to worry about, right? It's like the most normal behavior in any bull cycle that we have pullbacks. If we want to see the volatility to the upside and we're like, oh, Bitcoin is so amazing, right? We're rushing up. If we see prices going up like this here, right? Then we also have to take in consideration that we have volatility on the downside. Especially we saw Bitcoin developing this little habit of always pulling back once we crash a new all-time high. And this is mostly caused by long liquidations. What does this mean? Traders bet on a price increase. They use high leverage and the prices actually goes down. We had huge amounts of liquidations yesterday. We see here 620 million liquidated as Bitcoin breaks below 64K. So what's happening right now? We're going one step back and we're jumping 3 steps ahead. World's largest pension fund explores Bitcoin as an investment. The Japanese government pension fund, I mean, think about this. They're no risky investors. They're no high risk investors, right? They are joining the party. Big players, they see the massive potential of Bitcoin. They see how the hype is there. They see how the adoption of the mass market is there, right? And they see the vision, how big this can actually be, and they want a piece of the pie. These are super conservative investors, right? They don't want to get like 20, 30%. They're no hedge funds. They don't want to get 30% per year, right? They want to perceive wealth, and they are super conservative. And even they're talking about crypto, they're talking about Bitcoin. And just to put this into perspective, they're big players, right? It's the world's largest pension fund by assets under management on several different rankings. So they're no small players. And I mean, the performance speaks for itself. We're rallying all the way up 130% over the last year. This is insane, right? And these big players, they want to join the party. They want a piece of the pie. So we can be pretty sure if the biggest players are joining crypto and are joining Bitcoin, that mid and long term, we will see higher prices and the price going up and up and up and up. But between now and then, we can potentially see much higher pullbacks. But if we analyze in the past what Bitcoin has been through, this is not out of the order. In the past bull runs, we have seen so many 20% plus pullbacks. Bitcoin would be in a bear market going by old world definitions. Luckily, they don't apply well to crypto. We can see here if a stock index or the S&P 500 sinks by 20% from recent highs, we're officially in a bear market. They're saying Bitcoin is practically the exact opposite of something like the S&P 500. Let that sink in, how much more volatile Bitcoin actually is than the stock market. But down here we can see that we have regularly 20% plus pullbacks during a bull market, right? This is not all the time, this is during a bull market when we're moving all the way up. But we can also see that the trend of these pullbacks plus 20% is becoming more and more rare over time. But this means if we're no dullies here on this channel, that we can take advantage of these pullbacks. Because one thing that we see here, mid and long term, the prices of Bitcoin just go one way. They're going all the way up. Yes, we have pullbacks, but what does that mean? Once we're up here, we want to wait for a pullback to open our positions down here and buy more so we can have better entry prices when we're going higher and higher. Some other massive news for the crypto world and a very bullish sign, especially for Ethereum. BlackRock aims to launch tokenized investment fund on freaking Ethereum. What the hell? You know how bullish this is for Ethereum especially, and with Ethereum for the entire altcoin market. You can see here, according to BlackRock, the fund aggregates investments with a minimum entry of $100,000 required for participating here. Okay, so this token is not aimed at us who want to long and short the token all the way up and down, right? This is aimed towards institutional investors. So this is less important to us. What is important for us is that BlackRock, the most powerful institution in the entire world with the most assets under management, they selected Ethereum for their tokenized fund, and they're launching their token on Ethereum. This is a massive long signal, massive bullish sign for Ethereum, and with Ethereum for the entire crypto and altcoin market. So Ethereum is right now at roughly $3,200. I'm very, very confident that we see the price increase, especially with the Ethereum ETF also launching in the next couple of months. We see this skyrocketing just like Bitcoin. And on top, BlackRock is launching their own token on Ethereum, right? This will bring so much exposure to Ethereum, and this will bring a lot of volume to Ethereum. So let's talk a little bit more about meme coins and the entire altcoin market. To a certain extent, this is gambling, right? But we humans love to gamble. Everybody loves to gamble, right? The majority of us plays lottery. They go into casinos. They bet. So many people are betting their entire life saving, their salary, where they actually have to take care of their family. They gamble this out in the casino. So humans love to gamble. Let's not confuse one thing. 95% of all of these projects, or however you want to call it, right? They don't have any underlying value. The only value that they have is that people like you are sitting in front of Instagram, you're scrolling through Instagram, and you suddenly see this 19-year-old kid, John, a pizza delivery guy from London, taking his week's pay, right, and gambling it into any of these meme coins. And suddenly his investment of $500 into a, whatever it is, right, into a coin with some cat on it, right, or a dog, okay, turns his $500 into $250,000, and he suddenly pays off his mom. And you see the story and you're like, oh, wait, I want that too. This is such easy money, right? So we take our money and we gamble it into these projects, right? Because we want that thrill, right? We want the fast money. We want the same story, right? $500 into $250,000. But there's one question I'm asking myself. How can I not be the gambler? How can I be more the casino? Because the casino always wins, right? You see all of these great stories. Dana White wins $1.2 million while he was gambling. Just ask yourself how much money the casino actually won right now. Because look at this. If we go now to the top AI coins here on CoinMarketCap and we go all the way down, right? We have the market cap over here. We go all the way down to the lower positions, right? You see massive $100 million market caps. In a realistic scenario, I went through it with ChatGPT, right? In a realistic scenario, all of these coins here, and we're not talking about the top tokens up here, like their number is way higher. But if I'm going down here, okay, and they have some good developments, I'm talking about 80% of these coins, some of them will fuck up for sure, some of them will really smash it, okay? In a realistic scenario, the founders of these tokens are making $30 to $35 million in the next 2 years. Now, if we pick any of these companies, all of them have great marketing, or good marketing at least. They're in the right vehicle. They feed the narrative, right? AI, okay, what they're into in the medicine here right now. And I'm not shitting on this particular project. I don't know anything about this project, but I'm betting that at least 85% of these companies that you can find here on CoinMarketCap, who have these crazy valuations here in AI, what they're doing is they're marketing a vehicle. They're a good marketing company. They know what the narrative is, but 85% of these companies will never hit the market and provide any value in the market. What they have is they have a token out there. They're marketing their token. The token goes up in value, they're cashing out, they make 30 mil. So what's going to happen with all of these market caps, right? The prices that we see over here will most probably 10, some will 20, 30, 50, 100x from here. And with this, also the market cap will 10x, 20x, 30x. And the market will shoot up because that's what the bull market always does with prices. And what's happening this time, the same what happened last time, is that the people who bet on the right project at the right time and sell at the right time will make a lot of money. The founders in all of these projects, most of these projects, will potentially make a ton of money. And the dumb money that comes and floods the market when the whole party's over, right? When we reach all-time highs, right? When we're just super noisy, the hype is on its top, they will sell their house. They're like, let me get in there because all of these people are getting rich. I don't want to be the person who's being left out, right? They will lose all of their money. And this is just how the market works, right? Going back to meme coins, this is much dumber and much more simple than AI tokens, right? Because this is like pure 100% idiotic. On the other side, I also have to say kind of genius, right? It's 100% idiotic, it's 100% gambling, but on the other side, it's marketing, and the market just likes this stuff, right? There are millions and millions and millions of dollars that people are gambling and investing into these meme coins. And I guess it's just part of the crypto space, and it's here to stay. I watched this YouTube video here the other day, and I can really recommend it because it just shows how simple this market actually works. This guy here, he was a frustrated artist who didn't make any money. Then he had time to play around with AI, and he just said, hey, let me create a meme coin. Nothing special. It's just like nothing special, right? I really watched it and I'm like, hey, this is actually much more easy than I thought. He created some meme coin, created a little story around it, right? He leveraged his little audience, 10K on Twitter, nothing crazy, nothing out of this world. And now look at this. This coin, this stupid little meme coin that came out of frustration and, right, has a market cap of $45 million, and it was up at $90 million, right? Look at this. Turbo coin. This is what he has created. And look at this. All it has is, it has a story, right? The entire story that he is frustrated, and he has $69, which is kind of a memeable number, most probably, right? Everything is around 69. This is a number that Elon Musk pushes all the time, right? Of course, everybody knows what 69 is, but it's kind of a meme, but nothing special, nothing out of this world. $90 million market cap? Look how stupid and genius this is at the same time. This is exactly the time that we're living in. A guy throws up some little animal picture, right? Throws community, the word community, onto his website. It's a community token, okay? And people invest $90 million into this, right? The guy owns, I think, 10 or 20%. This means, holy cow, this has room to grow. Let's see what's gonna happen, right? We have a pullback at this point of time, but it was up here. Who says that we're not going in the next 1.5 years all the way up here, right? Maybe it gains momentum. Maybe this guy has some genius marketing planned out, right? We are in a gold rush over the next 1 to 1.5 years, right? It's just like it is. In my opinion, a lot of mistakes are happening right now when it comes to altcoins, right? We see a lot of people coming into the market, especially a lot of new people, okay? They invest money into the market. They suddenly see, hey, my price is going 10% up. Whoa, my portfolio is 10% up. Then the next thing that happens is they're 20% down. Now what happens is suddenly they're fearful. Oh no, I'm losing money. What happens if this bull cycle is not playing out like the last one? Everything just goes down. I'm losing money. They're selling. And then what happens? Oh, suddenly they see green candles again. They're like, oh, I was wrong. Let's buy in again. So they're just losing money. And that's the biggest mistake that I see people making. Like Warren Buffett famously said, right? We want to invest if people are fearful over here, and we want to sell if people are extremely greedy, okay? And right now, we went a little bit down here in the greed factor, right? Let's see how far we're actually going all the way down here to red, right? If we see this thing go all the way here, this means we want to invest. But what is the normal market behavior? People will see that. They will see these red candles, and they're like, oh no, party's over, shit. No, I lost it, right? We had here, and the highest was 88. This is extreme greed, right? You can see it going down by 10 points and people are already selling here, right? They're like, oh, I'm losing money. No, let's get out fast, right? And what are the chiefs doing, right? The more it goes over here, the more we want to buy in, right? So in case you see this greed factor here going down and turning into a fear factor, time to buy. This is when pros are buying. So if you want to scale your altcoin positions and your Bitcoin positions up, then right now is a better time than 1 week ago. And maybe in 2 weeks, we will have a better time to buy in than right now. Let's see how far we can go down. There is the potential for a more massive dip, and we'll go into that in a second when we check the charts. And remember, when we're talking altcoins, when we talk the potential of altcoins, we have to remember that all of this is dependent on the performance, short-term performance also, of Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? If we have Bitcoin going all the way up, then altcoins will move with Bitcoin, right? And on altcoin, we potentially have a much higher upside. And right now, all the crypto-related news, outside news, are very bullish for Ethereum and for Bitcoin. And this means these are very bullish news for our altcoin portfolio. But let's see what my chart analyst has to say about the short-term chart behavior of Bitcoin. Because one crucial thing I understood is that I only get the right entries in altcoins and in Bitcoin if I understand the behavior of Bitcoin right now. So of course, Fed meeting yesterday, and Bitcoin was one of the asset classes that hugely profited from this meeting. The interest rates went down, the dollar got weakened. This is always a very bullish sign for crypto and especially for Bitcoin. And then we saw yesterday this massive, beautiful green candle here. And we even saw it breaking the short-term downward trend here, this black line. Right? We can see how it breaks here through. We have limit orders set at a level of 68,958, right? As soon as we break through here, we want to enter, right, and profit from going all the way up. Because with the breaking of this level here, we can expect much higher highs. This is the strong buying signal that we're looking for to go long. But I would make a bet that we will see Bitcoin struggling here for a couple of days, trying to break this level, not succeeding, right? And even pulling back a little bit more. I think that we have a higher chance of seeing that scenario playing out, right? Struggling here a little bit, pulling back more, than directly going through and going all the way up. One more limit order that we can set is a long position at 64,686, this black line here. But we need a very close stop loss, because if we're breaking through here, we can see the price even break down here, all the way down to this support line here. But the risk reward ratio up here is pretty good, that we see a long movement all the way up from here. So most probably we'll see the prices struggle a bit here, right? Pull back some more, better entry prices for us, but then eventually break through, go to the top and reach much higher highs, right? So these are the scenarios that I'm seeing here right now. Mid and long term, extremely bullish. Short term, we can see a dip, which is also positive for us because we can take advantage of this dip, buy in, get better entries, get a better average entry price for our long positions. And then I'm very excited. Let's see what's coming. Let's see what we're working on. I'll keep you updated if we're going to launch our own project. Let's see. Meme coin, right? I know marketing. I know how this works. These $100 million market caps look very fascinating to me, right? And if this guy can do it, I can do it too. Let's see if I want to allocate my time. Obviously, we also use a lot of our time trading the markets, understanding what's going on right now, researching with our team. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. If you're not in the penthouse, reach out to me on Instagram. You can click down below my Instagram and reach out to me, get into the penthouse. You get all trade ideas that I'm receiving from my analyst. We're even thinking about launching some signals. Let's see if we're going to do that. Most probably we will. Get yourself in the penthouse. It's completely free. I'm not charging anything. I'm not a course seller, right? We're even working right now on a free course for you guys, right? To fully understand the markets, to understand how things work, get our know-how. And I'm very pumped for the rest of this bull run. See you in the next video.